So one of the sounds this season that was like really prominent was this. It was this tanpura. This is a digital tanpura, but this is kind of what sitar players in India will jam over. Na 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 na.
I had to find a sound for the show that was cohesive through all of it, and that also felt organic and timeless. And so for me, that timeless sound came via my acoustic guitar. It came by me playing all the drums you hear on the show, all the percussion, is me playing everything with my fingers. I'm playing percussion on a wooden table. Everything is rooted in something organic.
Dan Fogelman's process is he likes me to be involved early in the process because he knows that music and picture, in this show particularly, that relationship is so important, especially season 3, which became this wider, bigger, epic season for the show. We had so many of these silent montages that I was scoring the season 2. So a theme could be established, and then editors could also run with that theme. If I wrote one piece of music for a particular scene, we knew we had 20 other moments in the episode where that theme would appear, and they could maybe fly that in other parts just to see how it worked. I will write more than I will ever need. But with an episode-centric theme, that's not a bad idea. I'm trying to remember the piece. There it is. One of the most enjoyable parts of working on the show is Dan also is familiar with my band work and knows that I can write songs. And so being able to do that in this show is just such a fun thing for me to do. In the beginning of the season, Dan told me that we would have an episode where Rebecca and Jack go on their first road trip together. She has written this song that she wants to give to this record company, to Reprise Records, because she has aspirations of being the next Joni Mitchell. And Dan's like, you have to write a song that could have been a Joni Mitchell-esque song, you know, maybe a Joni Mitchell B-side or something.
It turns out all my mistakes were forgivable, and the time I spent lost.
Jack is experiencing a lot of trauma from Vietnam. We're starting to learn more about his story, and we see these flashbacks to his own experience in Vietnam. And that song is breaking his heart. I had met Mandy's then fiance, Taylor Goldsmith, who's the lead singer and songwriter of the band Dawes. And Taylor is one of my favorite songwriters around, period. And I was just starstruck when I met him. And at the end of us hanging out, he was like, hey man, we should like work on something together. And I was like, really? You know, I was so excited about it. And then when Dan approached me about writing this song, I said, who better to collaborate with on this than Taylor? He worked on it on his own, I worked on it on my own a little bit, and we got together and in 3 hours wrote Invisible Ink. We went into the studio, Mandy sang the song, one take, it was done. But when she was on screen, she sang it a cappella to Jack. And when we saw that a cappella performance, Dan was like, I don't want to touch that. Dan's like, that's just the words, the melody were enough to get the emotion out. And he asked me to score the scene around her vocal performance. So we kept her on-set performance in the car. I am very fortunate to be able to do this, and I'm very lucky.
Come on. Let's go home.